Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out something called I Am Level. This is a free game that I found on Congregate. It is a pinball platformer, which is a genre that I'm not entirely familiar with in general, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let us start it out. We're going to get right into things without any delay. So I think from what I can tell, this is sort of shooting for an Intellivision style graphical aesthetic. Now, I've never owned an Intellivision, so I could be wrong here, but it definitely has that very garish, bright colors, sort of like we're shooting for, like, maybe, 4-bit graphics, right? Not quite 8, and then we've got this overlay of, like, some nicer-looking, more modern effects going on in it. So, I mean, this, in essence, is a platformer, but the approach to it is done very differently in that it is more of like a pinball platformer, like I said. We're going to be using these little springs to try and get around and watching out for these enemies. And so far, I think the game's been doing a pretty decent job of tutorializing what it is that we're supposed to be doing. There's been a lot of just, hopping along these little pretty basic paths. We're trying to collect these stars, watch out for chomping teeth, evidently. And I'm not even sure exactly what that character is that we're playing as. Sort of reminds me of like a little, maybe a raccoon face or like a little bear or something. It doesn't quite mesh with the character design that we saw on the introduction screen. But now we've added an actual pinball flipper, which is definitely going to make things a little bit more interesting. And thankfully that jump was still pretty easy. It does have a great soundtrack as well. It generally doesn't take a whole lot to make me excited about like a chiptunes-oriented soundtrack, but this one definitely does seem to do a good job. Wow, this place sure is pretty. Cash in, save. Alright, well, I guess we will do that then. Hey, I leveled up. That's not a thing that we're used to seeing in this genre of games for sure. Alright, we've cleared all those rooms. Checkpoints discovered. And now what happens? Rewards! Of course, why not rewards? Red blockers removed. Starting lives increased. Oh, so it's got like a Metroidvania element to it as well, perhaps. That's pretty interesting. It says costumes. Choose the skin you live in. That one says I'm angry. I don't feel that angry, but I guess I'll choose that. Good choice. Options, music on, start over. No, I'm gonna go for play this time. Where to begin? I'll start at the beginning again. It's a pretty cool premise, actually. Alright, so the things I've unlocked are still gone. And by things, I mean little stars. I would love to go get that hat. Is that an enemy, or is that just like a costume that I can equip? Because I kind of want it. I have a feeling, though... No, I'm probably not going to be able to shoot that high, so I'm not even sure why it's there. Probably just decoration. So let's see where there were red tiles. I probably should have started at the end instead of the beginning, but oh well. Oh, I missed the spring there. Oh well. So the controls, actually, I mean, they're really simple. All I'm doing is there's a little bit of a tilt left and right by using the left and right arrow keys, and then spacebar activates whatever springs or triggers or paddles happen to be on the screen. And yeah, there is absolutely nothing to see here. I was hoping that some other of the blocks might have unlocked, but that does not seem to be the case. But I absolutely was not expecting there to be like a Metroidvania element, even if it's a bit of a light one. I think that really makes the whole concept much, much cooler. So let's jump up here again. It's a little bit slow paced sometimes when you mess up too much. It's a lot about timing, I suppose, when you get involved with this, the up and down of this tooth thing going on, the mouth chomping. Alright, so now we can go either up or down here. I think I'm going to go down and see what's down here. Alright, so there's some sort of an angry fly thing and a green block, so now our goal is going to be to get rid of those, I guess. Sort of like we're playing Super Mario World or something. Alright, I guess I can just explore a little bit more. It's actually reminding me a little bit in a bizarre comparison to make, obviously, but I'm getting a little bit of like a La Mulana vibe from this, which also might have been Intellivision, maybe? If that's even the correct thing to be asserting in the first place, which I'm not 100% sure it is. So watch out for these snowmen with duck noses, I guess. They're a little tough to avoid. I need to get onto that flipper, though, so I'm going to have to come back from the right to the left, which now I've made that difficult because of this slant. There we go. Yep, fling. Hey, we did it. Room cleared. Not sure why the game needed a drastically louder title screen music than the rest of it. Oh, I should be able to juggle over that. Maybe? Oh, I just smashed myself right into it. And, yep. That's what I figured. Giant boot crushes me to death. Alright, so I still get some experience, and that's going to give me more player levels, which I'm not exactly sure what those are for, but I'm excited to have them regardless. We've added a couple more rooms explored. I'm very happy that I decided to cover this one. I really wasn't expecting to, and I just decided to kind of out of nowhere. And let's go put that new costume on. I'm pretty psyched to see what that is. So the tartan kilt. Okay, I'll take it. Good choice, it says, so thank you for the positive reinforcement. Let's start at the second checkpoint. And maybe make a little bit more progress. Oh, I can actually go up here now and grab these last 2 stars and clear this room out. Alright. I actually like this avatar better for some reason. It's a little sillier to me. So let's go down again, and we'll try and maybe make it past where we got stuck. Okay, so these do not stay unlocked regardless. So I guess that's like you could sort of grind then? If you're trying to level. I'm still not sure why we're leveling in the first place. Oh, these... Okay, so because I cleared the room, they stay gone. I get it. So we can keep moving over. I should mention, apologies if the audio levels are a little less balanced than normal. I had an issue with my speakers, and I actually had to replace them, and the ones that I ended up getting as a replacement, which were sort of like gifted to me, they're really bad. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They're actually probably worse than like my iPhone speakers, and one of them is still partially broken. Screen clear. I did it. So, yeah, I'm going to be trying to do mixing, but it's not ideal right now, so I'm going to try and maybe see about getting a better set. And see how that goes. Anyway, not making excuses, just wanted to let you know if the sound levels are off. I'll try my best. Alright, through this room, and... Oh, I can go up. Beer run. Alright, what's to our left, though, because there's still more rooms I can explore. I really like that we can do this in a non-linear fashion, and then there's sort of like this puzzle element to it as well, which I totally didn't expect to happen. I don't think I can shoot myself quite that far up, but I do need to avoid that beer glass, or whatever that is. There we go. Now, if I can shoot up this ramp, I don't think I can quite get enough momentum, unfortunately. I am going to have to come zooming down the ramp, though, if the timing is right. And spring. There we go. Okay, that is the way I wanted to do that, but it's not necessarily going to get me up this ramp to get that last star. I might actually have to come down from above to get to that one, so I guess this room was sort of like not finishable at this stage of the game. How am I going to deal with this situation? Does he get out of the way all the way? Yeah, he does. I'm not sure why I'm ascending or attributing arbitrary genders to a beer glass or something. Can I get to... I kind of wanted to get that last 1 star in the last room, but I'm not sure it's even possible. The cesspit. It's a pretty dire place to be as a pinball. And we're certainly going to places that I've never really seen pinballs go before. But, you know, they're branching out. It's a modern day. Let's get this last star. We can do that. Oh, I totally fudged that. Alright, well. I guess I'll just try and bounce across this. No, screwed that up too. What about... Maybe I can just... Oh, yeah. Okay, I can do that an easier way. Neat. Already got the frozen watering hole done. So I really do have to actually go back up there and get that last star, which means, you know, going through multiple passes on the same stage. No! That was my last life again. I guess we're crushed. Well, that's going to give me a few more levels, I suppose. Or 1 more level anyway. And we've made some more progress, so we'll add on to the map. I'm not sure how big this is in general, but I'm pretty psyched to see it. And rewards. What rewards do we get today? Another costume. And green blockers are removed, so now we can go back from the first area and see what's to the left, I guess. And then we will wrap things up. Alright, so let's go directly to this direction. Tip and tap. I really like that all the levels are named as well. Also reminds me a bit of VVVVVV. And it's sort of a vague way, but again, partially to do with the color schemes, partially to do with the naming mechanics, and maybe a little bit of the sense of humor. You know, I think VVVVV was a bit on the irreverent side at times, and I do appreciate that in the game. Prism HQ does not seem to be a good place to be, so I'm just going to leave. Oh, we've got arrows here. What do they do? Do they give me double jumps? It's like an air current? Can I can't tell if it's just doing that automatically or just when I hit the lever thing on it. I might just have to just hover over this. No, it happens automatically. Alright, well, I guess it wants me to go back in this direction now. And that is not how I get those stars. But I can get that one anyway. So it's probably going to take a lot of passes before I'm actually able to effectively negotiate the majority of the challenges that are presented for us in I Am Level. But I think that's a pretty cool way to go about it, especially since we're getting like level ups and we're getting, you know, additional costumes and little attributes, or well, extra lives, I suppose. It's a nice thing to do to reward the player, keep them coming back. And trying to discover more and more about this game, which is, you know, kind of cryptic in a bizarre way. I mean, the fact that it's got all these strange enemies that seem to have, like, almost nothing to do with anything, I find that entertaining. And also, if you noticed... Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought they were getting progressively sadder on the life bar on the left, the health, or the amount of 1-ups that are left, which would have been just kind of depressing, but no, that is not the case. Alright, that should... Nope, didn't work. I needed to jump through here... That should work. No, it's going to crush me. Oh, I didn't make it. Alright, well, before I waste my last life here, I guess we will wrap up our episode on I Am Level. Definitely recommended. This game definitely seems very cool and surprised me a lot. I actually wasn't expecting there to be this level of depth, or even that it would be necessarily this interesting, but I am in favor of it. So I recommend go try it. Totally free, like I said. It's on Congregate. Will not cost you a penny to play it, and again, I'm not sure what the scope or the realm as far as like how long this game is, but feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear more about it, and what your opinions are, of course, as well, on something of a pretty strange hybridized genre that I'm not really familiar with. If there are other games in this subgenre of pinball platformers, I am curious, because it's a fun way to do a bit of an adventure. So let me know that in the comments as well. And we have now added some more things to our map. And I guess we'll just go back in again one last time. Although I was expecting to end it, but I just want to complete the map because that's what I do. So, as always, remember to check out the description for my other information. My social media information is all available in there as well, so you can check out my Facebook page or my Twitter if you like. I've also got indie-impressions.com for over 500 other episodes of the show, so feel free to stop by if you like and say a few words in the comments. Let me know whatever's going on. If you have any recommendations, suggestions, or anything like that, feel free. I am always available to chat. Well, in at least so far as to, reply to occasional comments. I'm not always available to chat in general because, I'm recording videos all the time, but hopefully you understand. And, if something important does come up, of course, I will make exceptions. Anyway, that will do it for another episode, guys. Please do be sure to come back again tomorrow and leave any support that you can because I do greatly appreciate it. The more likes the video gets, the greater exposure it gets, and the more people get to find out about crazy indie games like this. So if you guys keep doing your part, I will keep doing my part, and I appreciate you being here. I will catch you tomorrow, and have a lovely night. Later!